and I can't remember just exactly where they're at. And then there is independent, what is called science of mind, and there's independent groups that study the text. They all do one thing, they study the textbook. Some of them, honestly, I don't know whether they ever read it before, so it's a few of them. But anyhow, there's those three, and then there's Unity. And Unity is still popping along, and I think probably one of the most popular things is the prayer ministry. That's worldwide, and 24 hours a day you can call up there, and you can do it in religious science also. There is the Home of Truth, which was very popular in the early days, and so many of the people went through the Home of Truth and Church of Truth. And there was also then Christian Science. Now, Christian Science does not consider itself New Thought. They have an idea, a concept that they have the final revelation. Whenever you do that, you're in trouble, because about the time you think you got it all, something will reveal something else to you. You know. So don't ever think, don't get ever limited like that. But they are a wonderful group. I was raised in Christian Science, came out of it. And I took class instruction in Christian Science. It was wonderful, wonderful teachings, very clear, and I appreciate them because they are very dedicated to the cause of metaphysics. Let me see. There's various independent groups. You know, get the magazine that comes out every month, and you can see a bunch of them.
What is Johnny, whatever her name is, this group?
She actually is teaching Unity. She is an independent Unity church. She's a very, well, of course, I don't think she's speaking anymore. She's very aged. And I don't think she's speaking anymore. I don't know who's there anymore. But she's, believe me, she's still in charge. You see various groups, you know. There are sometimes some of our groups try to, years ago, they were a mixture of spiritualism and New Thought. Now, I don't know how that happened, but there was people who advertised in, what is the magazine that comes out every month? Well, anyhow, they would advertise. They were definitely palm readers, but they were, finally, we said in the New Thought movement, that is not us. And they should not be advertising in our magazine, because that's just not us. It's not we don't love them. We love them, you know, but that's just not us. And we don't want to get involved in a lot of different... See, I have this thing where I can read for you and tell you your life reading, but I don't like to do it. I don't know why I have it, but I do that, and I don't like to do it because I'm afraid I get me in the way and tell you something that's going to affect your life, and I don't want to do that, so I don't do it. Is there any other questions?
I don't have a question, but I don't know if it's back here or not. You brought back the prayer therapy.
Yes.
Well, we should have enough for everybody. It is wonderful.
Yes. Very excellent.
It just got rid of guilt, inferiority, everything you can think of.
All the negative
covered
stuff.
in there. And it's so simple and wonderful
Yes, it is.
to understand.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. One of my teachers in divine science, Dr. Erwin Gregg, always told the story. He came up in Unity. His mother was a Christian Science practitioner and teacher in Detroit, but he came into divine science through Unity, and he was very ill with. I can't remember exactly what it was, but anyhow, he was dying in the hospital, and a little old lady from Unity Village came up and sat next to him on the bed, and he said she just was mumbling and mumbling, and he was saying, "Oh, for goodness sakes, get away from me, lady. I'm too sick to hear all of this stuff." And so he said suddenly he fell asleep. And when he awoke, he was healed, completely and absolutely healed. And so, of course, he followed Unity for many, many years until Nona Brooks called him and asked him if he would come to the college and be the president of the college in Denver for divine science. And he said yes, he would. And so he was there for about 40 years before he passed away. So you can see how this powerful this early force was, and I think still is. You know, I think that we still have a lot of power and presence in our world today. One of the things that's happening is it's spreading to the other churches. I heard a Methodist minister speaking, and honest to goodness, folks, what he was saying was us. Certainly different than 20 years ago. You would never hear that. You'd never hear any of that in the Orthodox Church. But it's beginning to change. On one side, there's progress. On the other side, oh, they're hanging on. Just hanging on to the old stuff. Oh, you know, you're evil people, and we're saying, God bless you, we're going forward, you want to come with us, it's okay. And they say, no, we'll stay where we're at, thank you very much. But that's the two things. We're in a battle in America and in the world for the minds of men. That's what's going on.
What do you mean by the minds of men?
Concepts, ideas that are negative are being taught from the fathers to the sons. And it keeps going on, even in a modern world. And they're told that, oh, everything, you know, you can't have lights, you can't do this, everybody over there in America is bad. And so not everybody does that, but it happens. And so there's all these ideas are coming forth, all these ideas. You have to make a choice of what's good for you. You really have to. May not work for your life. There's things that would not work for my life. A certain person told me one time, she said, I showed her a paper, and she said, oh, we never read anything that doesn't come out of our headquarters. And I thought, oh my, you know, how limited can you be in your thinking? What's going on when you're thinking like that? Oh, I can only get this idea, and that's it. Anything else? Well, now we have a wonderful thing coming forward. We are going to sing.